Welcome to the Self-Help Book Summary Vault, where we unlock the wisdom to elevate your life. Get ready to transform your perspective.
Prostitution Book Summary by Paula Bartley. This book takes you through the history and reality of prostitution, showing how it's changed over time and what it looks like in different places. Paula Bartley starts by explaining that prostitution isn't just one thing, it's a complex mix of survival, choice, and sometimes exploitation. The story begins by looking at ancient times when prostitution was often tied to religion or social customs. In some cultures, temple prostitution was seen as a sacred act, while in others, prostitutes were outcasts. Moving forward in history, the book shows how attitudes shifted. In medieval Europe, for example, brothels were sometimes legal and regulated to keep order in cities. But at other times, prostitutes faced harsh punishment and stigma. Bartley then moves to more recent centuries, where prostitution became linked with urban growth and industrialization. Cities like London and New York saw an increase in street prostitution as people moved to find work. The book tells stories of women who turned to sex work because they had few options, like poverty or lack of education, while others chose it for independence or money. You meet characters like Mary, a young woman who left her rural home to work in a city brothel but dreamed of a better life. There's also Joe, a client who struggles with his feelings about his visits but keeps coming back. These personal stories help show the human side behind the headlines. The book doesn't shy away from darker parts either. It talks about how trafficking and forced prostitution trap many people worldwide. Bartley describes raids on illegal brothels and the efforts of social workers trying to help women escape these situations. One important part covers laws around prostitution. Some places criminalize selling sex, others criminalize buying it, some have legalized and regulated it. The book compares these systems by looking at countries like Sweden, where buying sex is illegal, versus the Netherlands, where it's regulated in certain areas. Bartley points out how each approach affects the lives of sex workers differently. Technology also plays a role. The rise of online platforms has changed how sex work is done today. The book explains how websites let workers advertise safely but also create new challenges for law enforcement. Toward the end, Bartley discusses debates about whether prostitution can ever be truly voluntary or if society always pressures women into it somehow. She shares voices from activists on all sides, those who want to abolish prostitution completely and those who fight for sex workers' rights. In closing, the book encourages readers to look beyond stereotypes and consider the many faces of prostitution throughout history and today. It asks us to think about what support systems might help those involved live safer, healthier lives. If this summary sparked your interest, picking up Paula Bartley's book will give you even more details and stories that bring this complex subject to life. Feel free to share your thoughts or recommend other books you'd like summarized in the comments below.
Remember to like this video, subscribe for more wisdom, and unlock your fullest potential with us.